Come on, boy, come on. Let's have you out of there.
Hurry, let's get out of here.
I think the cage is locked.
Dad, what have you done?
Shit! Come on,
We've got to get out now.
not without this one.
There's no time now.
Can we get the cage open?
Leave it.
Hold the lock.
Out that way.
Oh, good. Sid, get the police in here, quick.
Find a missing dog? You trying to tell me something?
It's missing from a vivisection laboratory in Berkshire.
Good.
It's suspected of having rabies.
Oh, God.
Some bloody lunatics broken in. They freed the other animals, taking the dog with them.
What?
Oh, search me.
What's it got to do with us, Berkshire? It's got to be Thames Valley.
The security guard on the main gate caught a glimpse of a number plate, stolen. Now, the car's turned up abandoned on our ground this morning. Also turns out to be nicked from our patch in the first place. So what does it suggest to you?
Amateurs. Animal libbers. Some of them somewhere on our patch.
Anything else?
Well, if the car's back here, perhaps the dog's back here as well. I mean, what breed is it? Do we know what it looks like?
It's a mongrel. Rabies. You could infect every animal in the city. You get bitten by a rabid animal, you die. There's no two ways about it.
Look, Bill, we've got to contact the press. We've got to get this onto television, the radio. These people have got to be warned.
No. Supposing they don't believe us, refuse to contact us. Worse still, just aim the animal up. Had widespread panic. Every dog on the streets would be suspect. No. Approach these people quietly. No fuss, no publicity, but quick. It's all down to you and Jack Slater.
Well, it's Slater's day off.
It was his day off. You get all the backup you need.
Now I need a tranquilizer. Where are you off to, Pete?
Or just had a whisper man battle fan load
Yes,
of
we can
cities.
wait. You're looking for a dog. Come on.
You heard what she said, old son. Discover your true potential at last.
You can stop feeding your face, Jack. You'll be looking with him. So many as many of the rest of you as I may need. Details any minute, Pete. The rest of you. You've heard of rabies?
Rabies? It's true.
Right, now, the first thing...
Is to
that we
get
can
fingerprints and forensics onto the abandoned car.
Yes, and the second thing is to get as many as can be spared off their backsides and onto the streets with a description of that dog. Now, the third thing...
Is to warn all reliefs to watch out for signs of morbidity in any strays they may pick up.
Signs of what?
Illness, unnatural behaviour.
Well, then why didn't you say so? This is an emergency, Sergeant. Simple word, less time. Have you got it?
Got it, ma'am. Indubitably.
Jake?
Not a lot so far. Fingerprints up here in dabs till they run through their magic box. Besides, odds are if they're amateurs, their prints won't be on.
Just passing it on down the line, okay, yeah?
I'm sorry to interrupt, Governor. Something important for Maggie.
Just keep me up to date.
House to house, made news.
Well, so tell me.
Seems a woman heard a crash.
That's been going over?
Yeah, about 3 a.m. Looked out, saw the car. Son was herring off down the street, but she saw 2 other geezers get out the back.
Descriptions?
Vague. Thinks they were wearing anoraks with their hoods up. One of them was carrying what looked like, and I quote, a bundle.
Well, that's promising.
One other detail. The other one, and again I quote, looked a bit Brahms.
Drunk? Oh. Male or female?
Oh, dressed in those tents, who knows?
Thanks, there's not much to go on, but still. Oh, is Slater in yet?
About 10 minutes ago. He's a bit cheesed about being raked out of his pits on his day off.
Tibetan Terrier. It's a shaggy sort of ginger mongrel. None of your business why you want to find
you
it.
eating?
If any of your
Well, I'd
wives
have a
want
lunch
to
date with
spot
Mike,
it,
but
don't
I'll
go
ring and
near
put
it,
him
'cause
off.
Keith
Coffee or
Captain
what?
and
Oh,
7
cheese and
dials got
pickle,
it.
thanks.
My treat.
Why you? Look, Rowley, I know you're into dog snatching, and you know I know, so you can cut out all this straight-up gov crap. You get a whisper, you phone this Nick. Toe rag. A long shot.
I hear you, right?
What?
About dog snatching.
It goes on.
For an our patch?
Sure.
What for?
You really want to know?
Yeah.
Stray animals rounded up and sold to laboratories. Sometimes they don't wait for them to stray. They nick domestic pets, cats, dogs. Some of them sold to the fashion trade for the skins. Sheared and dyed. Fun fur.
Fun fur?
And there's always a demand for dog skins from the continent.
What for?
Blobs.
God, how horrible.
Mostly they just pick up the strays. All those cute Christmas puppies that people got tired of by Easter. All that walking and brushing and hard pad. To say nothing of the cost of dog food, and times are hard.
Vicious.
Let's hear it for the good old microchip. Set of prints from the car. Computers come up with a match.
Saving them, nick its arm.
All descended from wolves, you know.
What?
Doggies.
Well, at least I know now how you get your kicks.
Oh, yeah? How's that then, Mag?
Gassing badgers? Right.
Young brave from around Frith Street. He likes motors. Been done for taking them on test runs. Name of Leonard Muldoon.
Address?
Out there.
All right, go round and if he's in, pick him up. Get back here as soon as you can. Thanks, Dave.
Oh, how much do I tell him?
Not a lot. Keep it on with this pin like that, would you? Oh, Pete, any sign of the doctor from the laboratory?
Oh, yeah, Thames Valley will bring him over in a fast car. Dr. Davis.
Thank you. Hey.
Sorry. All go, innit?
Oh, thanks, Jake. He's found in the hospital?
Evans and Cooper. Health authority contact the casualty department. Anything like a dog fight will be reported. No messing.
Oh, good. Now, listen, I want the descriptions of those two suspects circulated. It's a bit vague, but we might just get lucky.
Right.
All right? Right. I want a bit of hush. As of now, this is an incident room. Now, the description of the dog has been circulated to helmets throughout the London area for the last couple of hours, so we should be getting a rash of possible sightings any minute now. Now, X marks the spot where the stolen car was found abandoned.
Right, all right, I'm coming, right? Talk about police shouting, please, Bob.
Get in, ratbag.
What is all this?
What's it about? It's about nicking motors, Lenny, and about resisting arrest, and about me being very angry because you've just ruined my best jacket with your disgusting habits, Lenny. Now, get in.
Glue?
That's right. Lenny's favourite inhalant. There he was, snorting adhesive. I arrived. He goes to make a run for it, and blap, all over me best jacket.
So put in a cleaning bill. But what do you reckon?
Yeah, well, he nicked my motor all right, but somehow I don't peg him for the animals thing.
You know, Lenny, one day you're going to stick your nostrils together, then what are you going to do?
He'll have to breathe through his mouth, which is what he does anyway. Been up to our little peccadillos again, haven't we, Lenny?
You what?
Taking a car and driving around in it.
Who says so?
All those little ridges at the end of your fingers. That's what says so, now, do. They leave marks that we call fingerprints, and you slopped yours all over a car that didn't belong to you, and we found them.
You couldn't have. I wiped them all off.
Oh, dear, oh, dear. The glue really does get to them, doesn't it? Gums up the brain cells. That is, if there are any there to begin with.
Listen, you...
It's all in your record, Lenny. Now, you're becoming what judges call a menace to car owners. Still, a little cooperation with you on this one, and they could just be more lenient with you. What do you think, Sergeant?
Well, that's up to you, Lenny, isn't it?
Oh, yours?
Yes, go.
Anything?
Well, there's several sightings, all done.
No more eyewitnesses?
Oh, we're still pushing, and we've all in a suspect for driving a motor. Maggie's hammering him.
Dr. Davis?
Car radioed in, should be here any minute.
Come show it at my office, yeah?
Right, go.
Any bother from press?
Not so far, no. You call me.
Epis not going to come to denotices, but DAC is looking after that.
Excuse...
No, 7 dials, CID. No? 10? No. No? When was this?
Look, what do you want from me?
A cough.
What's the cough? All right. I borrowed a motor. I had a little scoot out to see my bird in Croydon. Big deal.
Her name? Address?
Forgot it.
All right. All right, let's start again. You took the car. You didn't go and see your girlfriend, so where did you go?
I just rolled around a manor, didn't I?
What if I told you that we knew you were in Berkshire?
I can't stay in the country. Grass and that.
You were in Berkshire. You broke into a laboratory. You stole a dog.
Oh, yeah. Is that what I'm here for? Stealing a dog?
We're talking about a dog who may have rabies.
Pull the other one. It's got bells on.
Try and make him see some sense, will you, Pete? Jack.
What's up?
Want to try that old sweet and sour routine downstairs?
Tough customer.
It's thick.
Do I get to play sweet for a change?
Barrett? Oh, good. Someone show him up.
When was this? Yeah. Who informed you? This casualty officer, he got a name? All right, I'll get some on it right away. Yeah. Bye.
Dr. Davis, go.
Morning. Casualty officer, name of Baines, Hampstead General, just reported a woman with an animal bite. Get some on it straight away. Right. You took your time.
I got here as soon as I could.
How bad is it?
Well, it could be a major disaster.
Now, you listen to me, Spotty.
Your name's Muldoon.
I said listen to me, you spotty creep. People are going to die because of you, and that affects my adrenaline. So unless you come up with something and fast, I'm going to bounce you against that wall until your spots drop off. Now, we can put you in the car. We found hairs in the car that came from the stolen dog. Now, who was in the car with you, and where's the dog?
You know, you're really good with the old bunny. Imaginative, like...
Sausage!
All right, Jack, I'll have it. Let me talk to him.
You want to get rid of him? He's like the flu.
Well, then I wouldn't aggravate him if I were you, Lenny. Look, Lenny, the fact is we need your help. That dog you took.
What dog?
I mean, you've just fooled around up to now, haven't you? It's just been a nuisance. But this time you've done something really dangerous. Now, why did you do it, Lenny? I mean, were you fond of animals? Is that it? You don't like what they do to them in those places?
What places? I want to see a lawyer.
Dr. Davis with the government.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not staying on my top with him.
Jake, hold his hand, will you?
There's something she doesn't know. He's worse than I am.
The least you could have done after infecting the animal was to keep it secure.
Now, just a
Look,
minute.
what happened to the other animals, the ones that were set free?
They were perfectly healthy. We found most of them still in the grounds.
And they weren't in contact with the rabbit animal?
No.
You quite sure of that?
Quite. The dog was part of a controlled experiment, and I did not infect the dog.
Well, then how did it get rabies? We don't have it here.
Not yet, no.
So?
Maggie, look, if you just let the dog...
Thank you, Mr. Russell. But I'm quite used to hostility in my work. So far, I've had dog's mess shoved through my letterbox, and my son beaten up by his classmates at school. Oh, and some of your chaps had to deal with the letter bomb which was sent to my wife. Animals are an emotive issue, I understand that. Inspector, the dog was smuggled into this country by an irresponsible tourist in the boot of his car. The man was caught, fined, and the dog was put into quarantine.
Where's this man now? Perhaps
He went back to Liège. Now, the dog started to display certain symptoms, so it was sent to our laboratory for us to keep an eye on.
Not to put it out of its misery.
It was too good an opportunity to miss. I see you consider that somewhat callous. Look, a colleague of mine specializes in the treatment of virus diseases. Some time ago, he had to monitor a patient in the last hours. The man was dying of rabies. I have a tape of the man's final hours. Suffice it to say, rabies is one of the most terrifying diseases known to medicine. It's a virus, which is passed on to humans when the saliva from an infected animal gets in through an open wound. Now, usually the wound is caused by the animal's bite, but any cut or sore, or even breaking of the skin, is sufficient to let in the deadly virus. Even a lick can be fatal. Once the disease reaches the brain, the effects are horrific. Titanic convulsions, muscle spasms, lunatic ravings, rage, and there develops in the patient an insane yet instinctive fear of water, so great that even the sight of a glass of it will trigger screams of terror. Eventually, the patient becomes convinced that he is drowning in his own saliva.
All right, Doctor. I think you've made your point.
Oh, very well.
Right, Joe, come with me, Doctor.
Look, honest to God, I don't know what all this is about. But if it's to do with like that, look, I cough. But I warn you, it ain't much.
All right, Lenny. On song.
What I don't see is why anybody'd be such a damn fool as to want to nick a mad dog. Rabid, foaming at the mouth.
Ah, but that's just it, you see. It wasn't foaming at the mouth. Infected animals go through a period of quiescence. Often they're more docile and friendly than usual, and that's when they're at their most critical, just before they explode.
So, I was in this boozer, coming on quite strong with these two choice birds. They was, well, you know the type, like they left their horses outside. Some birds like that just come and have a butcher's at the other half, you know what I mean?
Get on with it.
Well, they seem to know about me.
No?
About my funny little itch for motors and it.
How would they know about that?
Well, they've been listening, haven't they? Picking up the travel about me. I might have known a thing like me for myself.
Ah.
So, after all the come on in the bunny, it was down to this. Would I drive them down to this place near Reading? They'd heard about this laboratory where they torture animals and they wanted to do something about it. So would I be their wheels for 50 quid?
And you obliged?
Of course I did. 70 quid for doing something I'd do for a giggle anyway.
I thought you said it was 50.
Up the ante, didn't I?
Yeah, you would. And?
Walsawed a nice little estate car, picked him up at Cambridge Circus, as agreed, wheeled him out to the country and waited in the woods while he did their stuff. 20 minutes later, they comes back as if old Nick was after them with this pooch they'd swiped. So I drove him back to the smoke, dumped the car in a side street, and we already know. Them with the dog and me with 17 meddies.
So you never did actually see where they lived?
Ask me, they took very good care I shouldn't.
When they left the car, did you see which way they went?
Didn't hang around to find out. I split sharpish.
What do they look like?
Good lookers. Class haircuts. One dark, about 30, married. The other younger, blonde, about 25. Bit of a raver, I'd say.
Now, why would you say that?
Out here, she was.
Pregnant?
That's right. Far gone, not married, neither. No wedding ring. It's not only your lot as notice these things, you know.
No, obviously not. And? Anything else?
Yeah, the younger one. Came back in the car, she had a bit of trouble breathing, used, what's it?
Inhaler?
Yeah, like that.
Right, on your feet.
Where are we going?
Pete, photo fit. I want him to make pretty pictures fast.
Yes, ma'am.
Here, I ain't just a piece of bleeding luggage, you know.
Such a face, Lenny.
Both suspects, both women, full descriptions. One of the suspects is heavily pregnant.
Oh, my God.
Oh, sure.
Yes, so says our only witness. Look, how does that affect... I mean, and if she's infected, what chances for the child?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I don't know.
He's supposed to be the expert.
I can't recall a case history where the victim has been a pregnant woman.
You know, I think the governor's wrong. I think we should contact the press immediately. I think the warning should go on TV.
Wait, that capsule found in the car, the path lab have analysed it. It's sodium chromoglycate.
What's that?
It's a drug for controlling allergies, and you can only get it on
Hey,
prescription.
the prescription should have the doctor's name on it.
And it should have the patient's name and address.
Well, all we've got to do is to find the chemist who filled in that prescription.
That'll. I'll check the photo pits.
What time is it?
Nearly 12. Do you sleep well?
Why didn't you wake me?
Oh, I hadn't the heart. You were dead beat last night. Do you know it was gone 4 when we went to bed? I had to get up, get this lot started, Sophie off to school.
Oh, I could have helped.
You needed your beauty sleep. There's some tea over there. Should still be hot.
Thanks. Where's the dog?
In the summer house for the time being.
How is he?
About the same. Still dopey. God knows what kind of drugs those sadists have pumped into him.
Does Sophie know about the dog?
No, not yet.
What do you tell her?
Oh, same as I'll tell her father when he gets back, that we're looking after Charlie for a friend who's gone on holiday.
What friend?
I'll think of someone. Will you stop worrying? We'll get him down to the cottage at the weekend, and no one will be any the wiser. I think Charlie Simpson, don't you?
When does Roger get back?
He rang from Glasgow this morning. He's getting the shuttle back tonight. Coward. It's my guess he's staying well out of the way till Sophie's birthday party's over. You all right?
I'm fine. Told you he's a Morris dancer. Behave.
Maybe last night wasn't such a good idea after all.
Oh, of course it was. When would we have got another chance like that? Roger away for the night, that chap to do the driving. I'm okay, honestly.
You sure?
It was just being cooped up in the car with that dog. You know me and animal hairs. Oh, I must get back to the flat and change. I'm due at the clinic at 2 and I must change my clothes. What would the other mums think if I turned up in my SAS gear?
Do you want me to come with you?
No. No, you've got enough to cope with. I'll take a cab. What have you done to your arm?
That? Oh, it was a burn. I caught it on the oven door. It's nothing.
The skin's off. It's raw.
Now who's fussing?
Very like hangabout. Yeah, that's her, only she had a wider mouth. And fuller, you know what I mean?
Don't get carried away, Spotty. You're not painting her Rubens.
That's her. You got him. We'll evil.
Several dozen copies, as soon as possible.
What about me?
Well, you know the routine by now, Lenny. You'll be charged with taking and driving away, amongst other things. After your little trip, of course.
Where we going?
To the hospital, ain't ya? You won't mind a few injections now, will you, Lenny?
Oh, very festive. I'm just off. I shall be back about 4 to cope with the mob.
Only if you feel up to it.
Of course I will. I love a party. Anything you want me to bring?
A couple of large loaves wouldn't go amiss.
Right. I'll say hello to Charlie on my way out. Are you going to keep him in the summer house?
Only while he's still dopey. If he perks up, he can come to the party too.
Emma, we did do the right thing, didn't we? I mean, bringing him here.
You know we did. Could you have left him in a place like that, knowing what they do to animals?
No, it's just...
Just what?
Well, we've never done that sort of thing before. It wasn't part of the plan. We've always just released the poor things before. Or maybe we should just let him run free with the other animals.
Dogs aren't like other animals. They need human company. Those torturers are probably the only people he knows who'd have gone straight back to him.
Well, if Roger finds out, he'll go berserk.
You stop worrying about Roger and leave him to me. Look, we'll get Charlie down to the cottage at the weekend. Everything will be fine. There's other dogs in the village he can play with. There's fields he can run in. And you know Sophie and animals. She's just going to love him to death.
Yes, I know some of you have been walking your legs off to the knees all morning, but this is a new lead and we've got to follow it up quickly. Every second counts. Now, have you all been assigned your itineraries? No. Well, that's to make sure we don't cover the same ground twice, save time and shoe leather. Now, it's possible that this girl Had a prescription filled for this drug at a chemist in our area. If it helps jog the chemist's memory, she's heavily pregnant. Now, cover your allotted streets as quick as you can, and don't radio in unless you've got a definite ID. I want you all back here in an hour and a half. Any questions?
Yeah, what happens when we don't come up with anything?
Well, then we widen the search area until we do. Come on, let's go. Good luck.
We'll need it.
Well, at least they shouldn't be hard to remember.
Where's Pete?
He took Spotty Muldoon to the hospital. So it's you and me. Dr. Davis went with them.
You know, it's what Davis says about that dog suddenly turning savage that really worries me.
Yeah. Shall we start?
Right. Nothing?
Nothing. That's my lot checked.
Yeah, mine too. Now what?
Like you said, widen the circle.
Yeah, Forbes.
D.S. Barrett. I think we cracked it. Chemist here has identified the girl. It's a private prescription, so he's still got it on file. Patient's name, a Miss Sally Wyatt. No permanent address.
What about the doctor's address?
There's a Dr. Lambert, specialist in allergies.
Practice in Wimpole Street, the Wigmore Street end.
Meet you there in 10 minutes.
Yeah, but just because a drug has no ill effects on a rat, why should that make it safe for humans?
It would take too long to explain. Look, no drug can be released for human application until it has been tested on a wide variety of animals. That's the law. Every safeguard is carefully checked.
That's not what the colour supplement said.
Colour supplement?
Look, don't knock it. You didn't read the article. I did. It said that if they'd used the same stringent tests on insulin and penicillin when they were first discovered, they'd have never been released for use on humans.
Really?
Yes, really. Insulin is known to produce deformities in rabbits and mice, and penicillin's poisonous to some animals.
So?
So, all I'm saying is that animal experiments may not be reliable as a guide, that's all.
A little learning...
Makes you think. What about the other side of the coin? What about the drugs that pass all the animal tests and still cause disasters? What about thalidomide?
Ah, well, I was wondering when you get
Oh, we
round to
found that dog then, did we?
I don't know, sir.
Well, I just thought if you've got time to sit around spouting abstruse rubbish, we must have the case wrapped up.
Well, I was just expressing an opinion,
Well,
sir.
don't. But do it in your own time. Where is everybody?
I think they got a hot tip.
Well, let's hope it pays off. I've just had a roasting from the health and safety people. Where's Muldoon?
We took him to St. Thomas's. He's been vaccinated, and they're arranging for him to go to an isolation unit.
Is that bad?
Oh, everyone who comes in contact with the dog will have to go through the same routine.
Yeah, that's what I've been told. Anyway, as soon as the dog's located, it's to be destroyed. D11 are laying on a couple of marksmen. Ashford is sending 2 men from dog training school, complete with protective clothing. Now, if we don't come through on this one, it's going to be the biggest mess this Nick's ever been in. I'm in the...
That is a very worried man.
I wouldn't know, sir. I'm not allowed to have opinions.
Is that it?
Hang on, Maggie. Drawn a blank.
I thought you said
I know what I said. I wasn't to know then.
No what?
Dr. Lambert's away. We'll be back till Monday.
We'll have to get his home address then,
Well,
won't we?
just the point is away. Seems Dr. Lambert has gone off on a junket abroad.
Do we know where abroad?
Geneva.
That's right. Seems some big drugs firm is having a medical conference.
In other words, a glorified piss-up. That's all we need.
We were so close, sir.
Yeah. What was that name again?
Wyatt, Sally Wyatt.
No, the doctor.
Lambert.
All right, I'll contact Interpol. If the Swiss police can get hold of this Lambert and get him to a telephone...
And if he's sober.
And if you can remember the girl's whereabouts, out of case notes.
There's a lot of ifs.
Oh, thank you. Can any of you think of anything better? Maggie, if it's any consolation, the health and safety people go for your idea. If we haven't got the dog by 4 p.m., hand the story over to the media. Yeah?
We should have done that this morning. Well, it's the early evening edition as it is.
Yeah, but we'll be in time for the news on the early evening telly.
Yeah, at least we got something better to offer than this morning. With 2 faces and a name. Should get results. Oi, doctor. Come on.
I take it you didn't have much luck.
Some luck, not enough. Where's Sergeant Phillips?
The moment he heard the name Sally Wyatt, he said he'd had an idea.
We could use it.
I'll see whether CRO have got anything on her. Well, I just thought she makes a habit of this kind of thing.
I've got these from Evans and Cooper. I thought perhaps we could take a section each.
Hospital lists?
That's right. Her name's Sally Wyatt. She's 25 and heavily pregnant. So she should be attending
An antenatal clinic.
No, monsieur, je suis anglais. No. Non comprendez. Moment, est-ce qu'il y a someone who speaks English? Yeah, I am trying to understand. No.
Look, don't give me a hard time. Is she on your list or not?
Forbes.
None of your business.
I'm Detective Inspector Forbes. What
Is
I'm
she one of
looking
your
for is a
patients,
Miss
yes or no?
Sally Wyatt.
Well, have a bloody look.
You should try a charm. No, I'm not Sally Wyatt. Look, let's start again. What I want to know is if a Miss Sally Wyatt is attending your antenatal clinic. Yes, that's right. Yes. I'll hang on. Can't wade in through treacle.
So much for charm.
Either of you two speak French?
Only from a
So
menu.
you'd notice.
I've got Geneva on.
Try Phillips.
Hello?
He's the know around here.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm still
Oh, well,
here.
thanks for looking anyway. Bye.
Why didn't you say so in the first place? Daft tart.
Well, I only did it to A-level, sir.
Yeah, well, let's hope that's enough.
What's his name?
Dubois.
Well, here goes nothing. Allô, Monsieur Dubois? Oui, nous avons une crise affreuse. Il s'agit de la rage. Oui, un chien orangé. Nous cherchons un docteur anglais qui s'appelle Lambert. Selon nos enquêtes, ce docteur est arrivé à Genève pour assister à une conférence médicale. Bon, je ne sais pas, peut-être un grand hôtel ou une école de médecine. C'est possible de trouver ce monsieur. Oui, j'attends.
Yes. Well, thanks anyway. Bye.
Maggie, I've got it.
Where?
Attending an antenatal clinic, St Damian's Hospital, Notting Hill Gate. Appointment there this afternoon. She's just left.
Address, home address.
Flat 14, Morven Court, Tottenham Court Road.
Right, let's go.
Wait on, Mag. The dog may not be there. We don't want the squad charging off on a fool's errand. I'll go and suss it out first. If the dog's there, I'll get straight on the RT, OK? Mag, this is no place for a woman. We're dealing with a dangerous animal.
I've been sharing an office with you for long enough.
Hello, Charlie. You feeling better? Yeah. You're gonna like this. Don't be a silly boy. Nobody here's gonna hurt you. How about some water? Oh, no. You're not thirsty, you haven't touched it. Don't get cross. You have it in your own time. Nobody's gonna force you.
In about 20 minutes. I've got lots of delicious goodies.
But I've already got enough to feed a regiment.
Celebrate last night's success. How's Charlie?
Much better, I think. Anyway, not so lethargic, more lively, but restless.
Hello? Oh, that was quick. Can you come up and help? I'll leave the door ajar.
Oh, she's obviously expecting someone.
Oh, let's not disappoint her then. Look now, keep behind me.
I can't look after myself, Jack.
All the same, let me have a deco first. If the dog's there, I'll give you a shout and you can get back down here like the clappers and radio to the governor, okay?
All right.
Miss Wyatt?
Oh, thanks for coming up. I shan't be a minute. Can you take the stuff on the sofa down to the car? As you can see, I've got rather a lot to cope with. You're not the cab driver, are you?
No, Miss Wyatt, I'm a police officer. Is the dog here?
What?
Look, don't mess me about, love. Do you have the dog in this flat?
I don't know what you're talking about. My dog forbids animals in the lease. I mean, my lease forbids animals in the flat. Look, what is all this? Have you got a warrant?
Dog's not here.
Miss Sally Wyatt?
Yes?
Last night, 2 women raided a laboratory in Berkshire and stole a dog.
Good for them.
Wrong, Miss Wyatt. Bad for them. Perhaps even fatal for them. Now, where is that dog?
How should I know?
We have reason to believe that you were one of those women.
Oh, this is ridiculous. You can see the state I'm in.
Look, Miss Wyatt, please don't waste our time. We've already questioned the man that drove you last night.
Miss Wyatt, when's the baby due?
Not for another 6 weeks.
Jack, we'll need an ambulance. I don't, but I mean, I think that I ought to tell you.
85,000. Every week, animals are tortured and killed just to keep the wheels of big business turning so that drug firms can make millions.
You're saying that we don't need drugs?
I'm saying that 75% of the drugs produced as a result of those experiments are never even used. They're never even released. I'm saying that animals are forced to drink antifreeze just to see how toxic it is. That rabbits are blinded just to test shampoo and eye makeup. Eye makeup, for Christ's sake.
Look, Sally, I understand how you feel. Believe me,
No,
I do.
you
Now, I
don't.
hate it as much.
Don't humour me. You support them. You're one of them. Well, that's why you're here now.
I am here because you've broken the law.
It's a vicious law.
It is my job to uphold it.
I see. You're just obeying orders. Where have I heard that before? Animals, we're all they've got. They're our responsibility. We are supposed to be the higher species. And what do we do to them? We stick electric probes into their brains. We rip out their hearts to see if they can function outside their bodies. We cut holes in their stomachs and put windows in. And all in the name of research or morbid curiosity. And you honestly think I'll believe this fantastic story about rabies and tell you where the poor creature is, so that you can take him back to that terrible place to be tortured to death? You must think I'm very stupid.
Maggie's
Hey! Hey! Chum. Another bleeding Wally.
Oh, I don't believe you. There is no rabies in this country.
It has been advancing through Europe at the rate of 30 miles a year. It is only the Channel that stops it from getting into this country. Now, that dog was smuggled into this country by some stupid...
Why, I don't get it. I noticed a couple of tins of dog food in one of the carrier bags, so it's odds on the minicab has taken it to wherever the dog's...
Yeah, all right, settle down.
Oh, yeah.
This is what we're going to do. Jack, you're with me. Jake, you and Pete travel with the marksman. Doctor, you're with the dog handlers. Rest of you pile into any car that's available. Now, I want the house surrounded with a minimum of noise, fuss, bother. No sense in alarming the neighbors. We'll go in front. Jake, you and Pete round the back.
What time is this? Well, radio in and tell them that I'm here already. We'll tell them to get a burner. No, the dog's secure. Oh, yes, and you better get an ambulance around here as well.
Ambulance?
I'm afraid you're going to have to go to hospital, Mrs. Saunders. You say the dog licked you?
Yes. Oh, my God. Rabies. We didn't know.
Well, how could you?
Sorry.
Well, she should be in St. Damian's by now. You can bring through and inquire. Meantime, I'm going to go downstairs and wait for my men. I want you to keep all the children in this room, Mrs. Saunders. Oh, and yes, don't let them go near the window.
Can we go into the garden now?
Oh, not now, love.
We said there was going to be a treasure hunt.
We were going to look for presents in the garden. We do it every year. Not just now, Sophie, darling. Perhaps another time. You and Sophie and the... Sophie, where's Sophie? Where did you take it?
Stay in this room, Mrs. Saunders. I'll hand it. I'll just put yourself together. Hand me that. The anorak, quickly. keep the rest of the children in this room and let my men in the moment they arrive.
Why is the lady cross?
Oh, Sophie? Sophie, where are you?
Hello. Have you come to my party?
Yes. Hello. My name's Maggie. Is that cake for me?
No. Mummy said there was a dog in the summer house and he was sick, so I thought you'd like some cake. Dogs like cake, you know.
Yes, I'm sure they do. Look, I don't think we should bother him now, do you? I mean, not if he's feeling poorly.
I think he must be feeling better now.
Oh, what makes you think that?
Mummy said he was in the summer house, but he isn't.
What? Are you sure?
Yes, I looked. The door's open and he's not there. Oh, it's all right. He must be in the garden somewhere. There's no way he can get out.
Look, Sophie, your mummy sent me to find you. She wants you back in the house. She's got an extra special surprise for you. Shall we go inside?
Oh, lovely. I love birthdays. Look, there he is. I told you he couldn't get out of the garden.
Sophie, where's the summer house?
Over there. At the other end of the garden. What's the matter with him? Is he angry?
Yes. Sophie, give me the cake.
Why? Is it a game?
Yes. Now, I'm going to throw the cake to the dog, and then I'll shout go, and I want you to run with me as fast as you can to the summer house. Will you do that for me, Sophie?
Yes. All right.
Come, Sophie, run! Run! Run as hard as you can! It's all right, it's all right. Come on. You're quite safe here. It's all right, don't cry. You'll be all right. Reach onto your leg.
I smashed it.
Let me see, let me see. Oh, it's just a little scratch. Come on now, you'll be all right. Listen, shush now. Shh.